I know we were expecting some new developments this weekend, but some of them have failed quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the workstation.
Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green and the fight for pole position can get underway.
The first question is going to be who can avoid making mistakes. There isn't much margin for error in qualifying, and you have to bear in mind that the track conditions may have changed since practice, particularly as we've had a few support races in the meantime. If the brake bias settings, for example, don't take this into account, it's extremely easy to lock up a front wheel and cause a flat spot. Just like that, your lap's ruined and you've wasted a set of tyres to boot.
Well, that's further back than we'd like, but don't worry about it. Just means more fun for us tomorrow.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Vettel, Hamilton and Kimi Räikkönen. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then,
Bad luck in qualifying. That's not exactly ideal. But there's no points for Saturday. Keep a cool head and make up for it in the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Turner. They're still relatively new to a sport which does have a high learning curve and, of course, little tolerance for mistakes.
That's right, it is a difficult environment to come into. In junior categories, you're competing against drivers with similar levels of experience. But some of these guys in Formula 1 have been there for over a decade. But I have to say, in this case, it's so far so good.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Sergio Perez, and Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Alonso, and Charles Leclerc, Sainz, Magnussen, Esteban Ocon, and Van Dorn, Ericsson, Stroll, Sergei Sirotkin, and Brendan Hartley. Turner and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, not where we wanted you to be, so we'll need you to push hard in the race. Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap. No threat of rain for the time being, conditions looking good. We're looking good from the start. Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage. Fantastic. 2 cars at once. Very well done. The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. Nice move. Good job. In this lap, push now. Caution, caution. Right, some information on Ricardo. They are out of the race. Green flag. Pit now, pit now. Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. Release, release. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Brendan's in for his stop. Okay, car ahead is now running the Super Soft tyre. That's the Super Soft on the car ahead. We're trailing our teammate by 6.3 seconds. Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. Our gap behind is 1.7 seconds. Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, you have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps. Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. The gap to the car behind is 3.5 seconds. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining. Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
A great win then for the Maranello team today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Look at where Roman Grosjean finished compared to where he started. That's a really strong performance, so driver of the day has to go to him, I think.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up. It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms. They aren't coming round to that proposal. Let's try something else. All right, the terms have been agreed. All that's left is to sign the paperwork. You'll be on this new deal from the next race weekend.